A great indicator that good weather is here to stay is the return of the hummingbird. Hi everybody, I'm Brandon Deacon with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Verani Realty, and I'm standing here next to my hummingbird feeder to give you a couple of tips about hummingbirds and hummingbird feeders, and at the end of the video, I'm going to show you how you can figure out when the hummingbirds will be returning to your area. The first tip is the feeder itself. Where do you get the hummingbird feeder? Well, most hardware stores and home centers will sell them, but occasionally you can also find them at the dollar store. That's right, it doesn't need to be anything fancy, it just needs to be a hummingbird feeder. There's no snobbery among hummingbirds, and they don't care what your feeder looks like as long as it has food in it. That brings me to the second tip. What do you put in the hummingbird feeder? Well, you just need to make a sugar water solution consisting of 4 parts water to 1 part sugar. Mix it together into a pot, for example, 4 cups of water and 1 cup of sugar, and put it over low heat and continuously stir it until the sugar is completely dissolved. Let the solution cool and put it into your feeder. A lot of people ask, do I need red dye? No, actually you don't need red dye. The hummingbirds will find it just fine without it, and some food dyes, although not a problem for humans, might actually be detrimental to the health of a hummingbird. So please don't do that. Just sugar and water is all you need. The third tip is, where would you put your hummingbird feeder? Well, I have mine hanging on a garden hook outside near a window, but notice that I have plenty of space here for an unobstructed entry and exit path for the hummingbirds to approach and retreat from the feeder. So then, when do you put your feeder out? Well, you want to have your feeder put out not so late that the hummingbirds don't find it when they return, because as long as there's food waiting for them, a hummingbird will return to the same feeder year after year. You also don't want to put it out so early that the sugar solution inside goes bad and starts to ferment. It's not good for their bodies. So how do you know when the right time is to put your hummingbird feeder out? That's not too early or not too late. Well, let's head over to the computer and I'm going to show you a website where you can find that information. So to get an idea of when the hummingbirds will be arriving in my area, I've headed over to this website right here, hummingbirdcentral.com. And I'm going to scroll down, and you can see on the right-hand side right here, there's an interactive map, and it even says right here, the Spring 2021 Hummingbird Migration Map. I'm going to click on that map and open it up. And you can see once I've opened up the map, there's a giant map here of the United States showing all of the hummingbird sightings that have been reported. I'm over in New Hampshire, so I'm going to scroll in, and you can see people have already reported hummingbird sightings for this year between Concord and Manchester, and over here in the Keene area. So since we're up here in the Lakes region, the hummingbirds aren't necessarily here yet, but they're on the way, so I'm going to keep an eye on this website to gauge when I want to put my feeder out. And if you want to help people out and put in your own hummingbird sighting, if you scroll up, right here is a button, Submit Your Hummingbird Sighting. You can click on that, put your hummingbird sighting from your hummingbird feeder in there, and help to populate the map. I hope you found this information helpful as you prepare for the arrival of hummingbirds to your garden this spring. I'm Brandon Deacon with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Verani Realty in Belmont, New Hampshire. Thanks for watching.